All right, guys. Hey, this is Dan. It is August 6th, and this is the Team Stay True team call. So I want to welcome everybody to the call, and those of you who will watch the recording later. A few announcements before we get started. Just a reminder, if you haven't been keeping up on the coach news, T25 and 10-minute trainer are the challenge packs that are on sale in August, and that is important to know because we're going to talk about Coach Basics. And anytime that we talk about Coach Basics and we talk about Success Club and all those things, you're going to want to know what those specials are each month because those are probably the items that are going to be hot and help get you Success Club points. And that is the other announcement I have is Coach Basics. This Saturday, August 9th, 9 a.m. Pacific, which would be what, noon here? There is going to be a Coach Blitz surge. And Carl Dyker will be on for 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon with a bunch of coaches, and they will all be giving tips on how they use their Coach Basics group. That is obviously very valuable because that is, again, our topic tonight, and we're going to be starting our own Coach Basics group Monday, August 11th, and that will be something that will be run alongside corporate for the next 60 days. That is not a corporate-led group. That is a group that we will actually be running. Your leaders here stay true. So you will see videos and emails and all these things coming from us, and I'll give you the details here in the next 25 minutes. As far as announcements, that's all I'm going to really share tonight because there's no need to go crazy. I do want to take a chance because I don't know if I've officially done it on a call yet. Welcome Kerry to the team. He is one of our newer coaches, and it is great to have him. And I'm also going to go ahead and welcome Stephanie to the team, who just got on as well. So tonight's call is about Coach Basics, and we will have a new coach call right at 9:30 as well, and Glenn will be posting that link in the team page as well. So if you have a brand new coach and they're not on this call right now, shoot them a message and let them know at 9:30. There'll be a link posted, and they can get on the new coach call, and that is basically a place where they can have some of their questions answered, and they can also learn some basic tips as far as cruising around the back office and some of the things that they need to know as far as getting started in this whole coaching business. So that would be a great opportunity for them to get on.
And if you have a coach getting on that call, make sure you jump on as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So as we get started with the call tonight, the purpose of the call, last week we talked about challenge groups, and we recorded that call, and that was basically to give you a step-by-step process in how we are going to run our challenge groups as Team Stay True. Again, with the challenge groups, you don't have to run them that way. That's just how we are, and we're inviting you guys in to do that, and you can be a part of it, or you can run your groups alongside ours and run them in the same format. So today, and if you just got on the call, make sure you mute your audio for me. All right, gotcha. So today we're going to talk about Coach Basics Group. Now, Coach Basics Group really isn't that much different than a challenge group other than it's for coaches, and it's all about the action steps that you take as a coach and that will help you make this business successful. Obviously, with an fitness accountability group, we're talking about exercise and nutrition and doing that behavior of being a product of the product every single day. That is our focus. Well, in a Coach Basics group, we're going to focus a little bit more on those other vital behaviors of the invite, and personal development, because that is where you're going to grow as a coach. So I want to take this call and go step by step what this Coach Basics group is going to look like starting Monday, and the process it's going to take, because this technically is not our first Coach Basics group, but this will be the first one in order of a number of other groups that we're going to start running. I would like to see us start running one of these once a month. Now, that doesn't always mean that I'm going to run it or Glenn's going to run it. That means that some of you other coaches are going to have the opportunity to run a Coach Basics group. Our goal through this next 60 days is to set up a format that you can use. So you're going to see videos that are going to be posted that you can use, and we're going to set it up so that you can run the group as is. I see some smiles. Did I say something funny? Hope not. Hope I didn't say something wrong. So why don't we just jump right into it. August 11th, Coach Basics starts. If you recall, a couple weeks ago, I asked some of you, I posted and asked if you were going to have coaches in this or if you were going to be in it yourself, and asked you to post that on the Stay True page. What you'll see going forward with the future groups is we'll do a file in the Stay True page, just like we do for challenge groups. So you'll have a file in there that you can go in and you can edit the document, and you can add your new coach, to the Coach Basic group, so that as we approach that second Monday, I believe it'll be, where we run the Coach Basics group, we'll know exactly how many coaches we have in there. And whether that's one coach, two coach, or 20 coaches, it doesn't matter. We'll still run the group, and we should start to see those coaches coming in. That's our goal as coaches, is to make sure that we're inviting people into this business, into this opportunity, because we believe in it, because we care about helping other people, not only fitness-wise, but also financially, by asking them to join our team and be a coach. So that's step number one. File will be created. You are going to then put your people on the list, and then they will get an email. Now, I want to stress one more thing before I get into this. The way that currently that Glenn, myself, Beth, Tina, some of us other coaches are planning to run these groups, we're going to be using a program called Automatic CEO in accordance with Facebook. So we're going to be using kind of an email format and the Facebook format. Now, if you do not have Automatic CEO, that is okay. If you do have it, it will make this whole thing a lot easier for you, because what Automatic CEO allows us to do, and I'll touch more in detail on it at the end of this, it allows us to set up our coaches on automatic email responders so that they get an email every single day without us having to physically go in and send that email every single day. Once you get them set up, it will send them the next 30 days of emails. So it's not something that you have to constantly schedule on your time to make sure that you have to do. It will just automatically go. And they will get that email every single day. You won't have to worry about it. You know that they get it. They're getting the information, and that's vital in this Coach Basic process, because you want to make sure they're getting the information that will help make them successful. So as I go through these steps, you're going to hear me talk about Automatic CEO. Don't freak out. If you don't have it, there's ways that we can work around it. But like I said, if you do have it, it will make it easier. So in this scenario, all of you coaches who decided that you wanted to be a part of the group, and I've had some of you just commit to that today, so you haven't got your email yet. You'll get it either later tonight or first thing in the morning. But when you said that you wanted to be a part of this group, I had put you into a email responder, autoresponder. And if you did say you wanted to be a part of it, some of you have already received that email. That email contains the prerequisites for the Coach Basics group. And there's a reason that you need to have those prereqs done, because it helps us determine what your why is. It helps determine, some of the things that we need to get out of the way so that you have that basic knowledge as you go into Coach Basics. So for those of you who just committed today, and I just got your email addresses, I will be sending your email out as soon as this call is over. You are going to have one email that has 8 days worth of assignments. Now, some of those assignments might take you 5 minutes, some might take an hour, and it really depends on how you approach it and the content. So don't freak out because there's 8 days. I want you to do it on your own time, but the key is that you do it. So we are Wednesday today, and we have till Monday to get those done. So when you get that email, make sure that you read through it. Every time you complete one of those days of the prereqs, what I'm asking you to do is send an email back to myself if you're responding to that email, but I prefer you send it to your coach and say, hey, I got day 1 done. Even if it only took you 10 minutes, you finished it, you're done, and you're going on to day 2, take a second, send an email to your coach and say, I got day 1 done. We also will have a Facebook group set up so you can tag them in there and let them know as well. You get done with day 2, send them an email. I got day 2 done. Day 3, I got done with day 3, all the way till you get done with the full 8 days of prereqs. And that really is going to set you up to have more success, to have a better chance of success as we start on Monday. The one time-sensitive one that I'll tell you now before you get the email, one of the prereqs is that you either find a copy of or purchase a copy of The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's a smaller book. It's a good read. Darren Hardy, obviously, with Success Magazine, and he was our keynote speaker this past summit. He is obviously a very successful guy that knows what he's talking about, but he keeps it very simple, very basic, and The Compound Effect is the same way. So you're gonna really gain a lot by reading that. So I suggest you either go into iBooks or iTunes and purchase it, or order a copy from Amazon. And I think you can also get it in our back office. But that will be, I believe, day 7 or 8. So you definitely want to kind of read through your email when you get your email to see if there's other things that you need to take care of before the others. So you're going to get that email. You're going to have that week. And as we go forward in these groups, we will send that email out 8 days early so that they have a full 8 days to do them all if they want to do one a day. That will take us right up to the start of the group. And then on the first day of the group, we're going to have a Facebook group set up. And you're all going to be added to that group. Some of you are already in it. And that is going to be a place where you can interact and ask questions, because you're going to get the assignment through email. You're going to complete it and send an email back to your coach, let them know you got done. But sometimes you have questions about the assignment or how you would approach it. That's what the Facebook group is. That's where we get to build relationships. That's where we get to interact back and forth. That's where you say, hey, how do I say this? Or what do I do here? That's where you ask the question, because not only is it you and your coach, but you have other coaches there who can help you out. We will also be using that Facebook page. We'll be creating videos, a daily video that will basically lay out your assignment. So you're going to get an email with your assignment, and then you're going to get a video in the Facebook page with one of us coaches, kind of explaining that same assignment, but giving you a little bit more of a personal touch in how we handle our business. So some of you coaches who've stepped up and said, I'm a leader in this group, you're going to be asked to do some videos. I may not ask you to make 60 videos. It might be 2, it might be 3, it might be 1 a week. But the goal is that we do start getting our faces on these videos and making these videos so that going forward, any of our new coaches will be able to take those same videos, post them each day, and see who the leaders of their team are. So you two need to stop. You know who you are.
I just texted her, said she will be part of making some of those videos.
Yes, and I know that's what she was probably. I saw the look on her face. She's going to make some of those videos. So as we do that, and I do have the first 4 days set in stone right now, but I have the next 10 after that tentatively scheduled, and I want to see which of you coaches are going to step up and say, yes, I would like to be a part of the video making process. If it ends up just Glenn, Beth, myself, Tina, Tammy, Moppy, if it ends up just us for now, I'm okay with that. But you will eventually be asked to start participating in that, and we'll start kind of easing you into that. Because I think it's important. I mean, that's what we're trying to build as a team, and a team identity and a team atmosphere. And we want people to see who our team is, especially as their new coaches coming in, especially if you're bringing in new coaches. If you're bringing in new coaches, expect to be asked, because you are a leader. You are a face that people want to see, because they're coming into this business because you brought them in. They don't want to see my face 8 days in a row. I'll tell you that right now. And I look down, so I'm going to assume that Glenda's making a face at me. So as we go through this 30 days, it's going to run in 2 30-day increments. And at the end of that 30 days, we are going to evaluate, see where each coach is, and see if they, 1, desire, and 2, are capable of going on to that next 30 days. We may get to the end of 30 days. You may feel overwhelmed. We're going to kind of address that at that point and make sure that you're ready to move on, because the goal of Coach Basics is not to overwhelm you. The goal of Coach Basics is to give you the information, like I said, that it takes to take the action steps to do this business on a daily basis. Because once you start doing that consistently, you're going to start to see a change in your business. And it is a mindset. It's about thinking, where do I want to be? And then it's about taking the action steps to get there. If you never take the time to think about, what do I want to accomplish? What goals do I want to set? Where do I want to be at the end of this 30 days? Where do I want to be a year from now as a coach? Where do I want to be 3 years from now? If we don't stop and think about those things, it's going to be hard for us to get there. So we want to think about it, and then we want to take the action steps to do that. And Coach Basics is a part of that process. In that Facebook group page, I'm going to give just a few details now, because really once it starts, you're getting an email every day, you're getting a video every day, you interact, you do the assignment, you let your coach know it's done. Those are your basic steps in doing the group. Our goal obviously is to hit Success Club, to get to Emerald. But a few other details as far as how we want to do the groups on, a few of the extras. In the Facebook group, you've noticed in our challenge groups, we do the point tracker a lot. Well, it's been very successful, and it's a very easy way for us to track progress and participation and how everybody's doing. So you will obviously complete your assignment for that day, and then we'll have a very simple check-in form on the Facebook page that I do want you to try to fill out every single day. Because if you do participate every single day and you get your assignments done every day, I want you to be rewarded. That's what this is about. I want your work and your effort to be rewarded. So you're going to have a lot of quote unquote homework, but hopefully at the end of that 60 days, it pays off. And what we're going to do is if you complete all 60 days, we are going to send you a coach promo pack. So basically it'll be a new coach pack that will come with stuff, shaker cups, promotional items, things that you can use as a coach as you continue to build your business. I am even dabbling around with, and I'll ask Glenn and Beth later, and we can finalize this, but if you hit Emerald and you hit Success Club both of those months, maybe even giving you a special gift. And I haven't decided what that gift would be, but it would be something that I know I would like to get and make it worth your while. But Emerald and Success Club are a big deal. And if you're doing that, that means you're growing your business. You're helping grow our team. You're helping a lot of people in their fitness journey. And that ultimately is what our goal is.
The gift won't be a personal workout with Dan. Don't worry.
Why not? Stole my thunder, man. That's what I was going for. I'm going to take a second and just make sure I'm hitting everything here. Yeah, and in its simplest form, that's what Coach Basics looks like. So I do want to take a couple minutes because we only got about 10, 11 minutes. So I want to take a couple minutes and open it up for questions. And then if there aren't questions or we get through them all, I want to go ahead and talk about Automatic CEO a little bit. So why don't you guys go ahead and unmute yourself. And and here, I'll give you the first 4 days so you guys know that you're ready. Beth, you're going to be day 2 video. And Glenn, you're going to be day 4. Tina's going to be day 3. I'm going to be day 1. And then I'll talk to each of the rest of you if you want to be a part of it. So go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a question.
I do have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so I went through the back office today. Every one of my coaches I'm so pleased, has said they want to do this Coach Basics training.
Okay.
So I went in there and did the sign up thing for me and then registered all of them.
Okay.
Okay. So then Bonnie was the only one I think that I sent the first email to yet that had they send you an email and say this is what you personalize and send. Is that correct?
Yes.
But I don't.
Go ahead. Well, that's not the email I sent, but that will be fine.
Okay, because I don't remember seeing the that one thing we have to purchase on there. So maybe I just missed it. So that is the same.
Are you talking about the Automatic CEO?
No, the thing, come on, you said the thing we have
to promo pack?
No, to listen to.
The compound effect.
The compound effect.
Thank you. Sorry.
That is in the prereqs. If you go to the leader guide in Coach Basics,
okay.
And I am going to post the prereqs from Coach Basics into the Facebook group page.
Okay.
That gives you just kind of a bullet point. These are things that you should have done. It's a little different in the layout of the assignments that I sent in the email, but if they do all those prereqs, they're going to be in good shape. And I believe that the compound effect is on that list. So I will post that after this call.
Okay, so there's a different email that I got from Team Beachbody than what you're going to send. Is that correct?
Yeah, because I want you to understand they're giving us steps because you registered for the Coach Basics Blitz. This one time we are going, in unison with corporate.
Okay.
But like going forward, they're not going to do that every time. So we're establishing how we're going to run our groups going forward.
Okay, I did not understand that. I'm glad that I asked that. Okay, thank you.
No, you're welcome. Yeah, because I'll give you some background on that. I did compare the Automatic CEO daily posts for the Coach Basics and the daily posts from the back office, and they were very similar. They were hitting on very similar topics, but there were some posts in the Coach Basics that were just like, "Hey, today's our Zoom call," And we're going to do those, but I didn't make that one of the posts. So we're not going to make a video updating people that, hey, we're going to do this. We'll just post a link for the call and let everybody know that we're doing it. So the automatic CEO daily post, I like the way that they were laid out and the fact that we could put them in an email responder. Now, if you don't have automatic CEO right now, I can copy and paste that and send you the email and you'll have the information. It's not that you have to have automatic CEO. It just, like I said, it makes it easier to this whole process if you're going to do it the way we're doing it. Now, you can obviously run your own Coach Basics group. You don't have to run it with us all the time. So if you end up, this August one, you may run with us, or you can run it separate and run it right alongside those 60-day posts from the back office. But this is how, I'm going to choose to run mine going forward, just because it will help take off some of that workload, in future groups. But if you choose to run your own group, you can run it however you want, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I want to help. I want to be a leader with you guys in this one to try to learn how to do it so that eventually down the road I can do it myself. But I was just confused on the different emails that we're getting and
right. Since you registered a team of coaches, they sent you information with stuff and reminders of what to do, and they sent that stuff strictly from the back office. So the information's all going to be very similar. The information doesn't really change. It's just the way it's presented.
Was I supposed to do that through you?
No, you didn't have to. I'm totally fine with you doing it that way. But if you'd like for me to set up your coaches on an automatic email responder, I'll just need their email addresses.
Okay.
And then I can set them up for that. Now, they will get emails from me. You remember the one time you got an email from Tina?
Yeah.
That's because you were in an automatic email responder of hers, and she forgot to take you out.
Okay.
So they'll get those from me, but I'm still going to ask that they respond to you.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hey, Dan, I have a question. So if I'm a new coach and I've already gone through the Coach Basics, am I allowed to go through this one with the team just to see the changes that have been made and get an idea how it's going to work, so when I have a coach that's ready to do it, they can?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, the coaches who have been registered, that's for Beachbody's purposes, just to see who's going through this and they can track them and see how their progress is. If you have a coach who just wants to go through, I can set them up on an email responder and have them in the Facebook group without registering them. So if you're a diamond coach or if you're an emerald coach and you've been through this, but you want to be a part of the process, we don't necessarily need to register you with Beachbody. You could just be in the responder and in the Facebook group page and go along the group. But when you're being tracked, there's a little bit more accountability.
And you won't get the t-shirt.
Right. Well, and keep in mind that the t-shirt only comes with coaches who signed up between June 1st and August 11th, and they hit Emerald and Success Club. They get the t-shirt.
Well, all of our coaches are going to do that.
Yeah.
So
just a matter of when they signed up. So, other questions?
It's not August 11th yet.
That's right. Oops. Any other questions on Coach Basics? All right, well, I got about 5 minutes. I want to talk on automatic CEO, and Glenn, you're going to have to make sure you post a link in the new coach for the new coach call.
All right, yeah. In order to do that, Dan, I think I have to jump off this call. I was looking at that, so.
Okay, whenever you need to, feel free. We got, like I said, just about 5 minutes left here. But let me talk about automatic CEO, and then we'll wrap up, and we can post that link and jump right on, even if it's a minute late or so. Automatic CEO, like I said, is a place where you can store all your contacts, and then you can set those contacts up. It's an easy way to follow up with your contacts and track notes. It's basically, if you've ever heard of MailChimp, it's probably similar, but this is geared strictly towards Beachbody coaches. So every automatic email responder, every one-touch email, which is basically an email that's already set up, you click on your customer and you hit send email, which email you want, and it types it all out for you, and then you send it. So you don't have, you don't have a lot of time invested in actually writing out all the information. It's already there for you. So automatic CEO is a great way to track your customers, and it's a great way to follow up with them. I'm going to use a quick example because it's the one that just happened today. I have a customer who 2-3 weeks ago she had bought, it was a Success Club customer. So I got a Success Club point for her. She ordered Shakeology Home Direct. I put her directly into an automatic email responder because I didn't have a whole lot of time to send her a message and get a video and try to get on the phone with her. I just needed to make sure that I was in some way contacting her because things were busy. So I inputted her into my automatic CEO, and set her up on an automatic email responder that sent her out a series of 7 different emails. So it sent her out one day one, 7 days later it sent her another one, 4 days later it sent her one, 4 days later it sent her one. Well, she kept getting these emails from me. It says, thanks for buying your Shakeology. I'm your coach. If you need anything, let me know. Here's my information. And then the next one said, hey, how are you liking your Shakeology? You should have got it by now. Have you tried it? Next one was, how do you feel after a week on your Shakeology? Then the 4th email she got was, have you seen these other amazing flavors? So all these emails are preset. They're not emails I made up. Doug Fitzgerald, who's one of the founding coaches, who's been in this business a long time, understands how it goes. He has set all these up. So I set her on it. She got the 4th email. Mind you, I've not sent these to her other than setting her up. She got the 4th email. She responded back to me. And she says, hey, what is all involved with being a coach and how much does it cost? So I said, I sent her an email. At that point, I responded and said, that's awesome that you're interested in coaching. I would love to get on the phone and talk with you. Are you enjoying your Shakeology? How's it going? And she responded back, I love my Shakeology, do it every day. Now my husband's doing it. So obviously I'm reading between the lines. She's doing it. Her husband's going to do it. She can save money. She's also obviously talking to people. So she's interested in this coaching thing. So I sent her back an email this morning that said, hey, haven't heard from you, but here's all the information. You do with it what you want. And I laid it out for her, how you sign up to become a coach. Option 1, $39.95. Option 2, challenge pack, and just gave her all the information she needed. She emailed me back this afternoon and she says, oh, I'm definitely going to be a coach. I apologize for not getting back to you. She says, we're in the process of moving, so I'm going to wait about 2 weeks because I want to be at my new address so that things don't get mixed up. So because I'm using Automatic CEO, she is going to be signing up as a coach with me in 2 weeks. Obviously, I've put a reminder in my phone to check back with her. Follow up is key. But that is a customer who I was given to from Beachbody. I put them into an email responder, an Automatic CEO, and now hopefully, if everything goes right, 2 weeks from now, she's going to be a coach of mine. So not to say that there was no effort there, but the effort was definitely minimal, and I had some help because I didn't have time to track every time I email her. Because if you're like me, sometimes you email somebody and you have good intentions of emailing them back 3 days later, and you just forget, and it ends up turning into 2 weeks. Well, that doesn't happen with Automatic CEO. So if you want more information on that, let me know, because that's what I'm going to be using as far as running this Coach Basics groups. But just some details on it. You do have a 7-day free trial if you want to try it. If your coach is on Automatic CEO, you can get the referral link. If you decide to keep it, it is $25 a month. But if you get 3 people to use your referral link and they stay on it, it is free for you. So it's obviously one of those things that if you try it, you like it, it works for you, and you recommend it to 3 other people, it's kind of like Shakeology, right? You get 3 other people do it, paying for your product, you're good. But it's free, you don't get charged for it, and then obviously going forward, you're not going to have that fee. So it's worth looking into if you have trouble following up with people, keeping track of customers, keeping track of people you talk to. It's a real good system to help you fix some of those issues. Does anybody have any questions on that before we get to the close?
I would like the link from you, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'll post it in the page and definitely, or I'll send you a personal message. That way, I don't want to post it and stay true, because if there's other coaches here using it, I want your coaches to use your referral link and make sure that you get a chance to use that. So, any other questions? Does everybody kind of understand? I mean, does that make sense when we talk about Coach Basics and how it's going to run? Trying to keep it somewhat simple, but it can sometimes be overwhelming when there's a lot of information. It's the first time you hear it. All right. Everybody looks relaxed and ready to go to bed. All right. Well, with that, then I will end the call. And I just want to say thank you so much for getting on. Make sure that you guys are here every Wednesday. This is a great turnout. I love this. I like seeing you guys here. keep inviting everybody else to come join you. And I'd love to see this call get up to 20, 25 people. So we'll keep giving you guys everything we can and answering the questions and information. If you have questions throughout the week, ask them. Send them to myself or Glenn and Beth, and we'll use those on these calls because we want these calls to be productive for you guys. Okay? I don't want to just pull stuff out of thin air that doesn't mean anything to you. If you have questions, let me know. Tammy.
The 9:30 call, is that just new coaches?
That is a new coach call. If you have a new coach getting on that call, feel free to join us. But that is just a place for new coaches to ask questions. If you don't have questions, then I will take you through the back office and tell you some of the information that I think you should pay attention to.
Okay, well, I'm not going to stay, but I think Dana's going to be there. So if you'd welcome her and
yep, cool.
whatever. I think Bonnie has a headache, so I think she's going to bed. But like me, but.
Yeah, well, and if you do get on, Bonnie, I'd love to hear how your squat ab challenge ended up and how you feel it went. So if you do get on a call, I'd love to talk about that. But with that, I'll go ahead and end the call and say thank you for being on. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
See you guys. Stay strong. Stay true.